What's up, guys? It's Auzzy. Hey there. Sorry, I had to burp for a second. That came out of nowhere. Anyways, as you can see, I'm wearing, obviously, I'm going to point out the obvious to all you people watching, I'm wearing a Suicide Silence shirt. Suicide Silence, Suicide Silence, Suicide Silence. Lots of Suicide Silence stuff around me. That's because I love Suicide Silence to damn death. Mainly because I saw them when I was really young, I think 13 or 14. They were one of the first bands I ever saw live. And just the presence Mitch puts on in a show, rest his soul, whatever that is. Anyways, the presence that they put on as a band is just ridiculously real and genuine, and there's so much energy when they're out there. I mean, the stomps Mitch would do, ridiculous. How he, as skinny as a guy he was just able to stretch his leg all the way up and then slam it down to the ground. And I think that's pretty badass. I mean, their music has always spoken to me growing up. Their music really influenced me in a way of not looking towards the bullshit of the world, because there's so much of it, you can't escape it, no matter what. So just suffer through it and make the best of it you possibly can. You only live once, so just go fucking nuts. I mean, Mitch always said, make life divine. Make it what you want to be. So, today for you guys, I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon. And I'm going to give you a little opinion of mine. I know a lot of you are telling me to shove it up my ass, and this album sucks right here. Or Suicide Silence sucks, they're sellouts. You guys are completely on the opposite end and have no idea where they wanted to go with this. Or you're just scrolling through fucking comments constantly talking shit on these guys. Mind you, I've actually performed on stage with Suicide Silence with Eddie this past year in 2016. I was at Ozfest meets Snotfest. I'm sure you, if you're a follower of my channel, you've seen it. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, but we got to go backstage with them at Knotfest and just meet the band and then actually go on and perform. When I got to go on stage with them during You Only Live Once, I was able to do my meat hooks, grinder, blockhead, and swallow my sword in front of a crowd of like 10,000 people. And it was just unbelievable how grounded the band was in just being real human beings. They weren't like, oh, I'd met them the night before, to where they came through our freak show as a VIP group just to check it out, and I immediately recognized them. I was like, holy shit, that's those guys. I was literally fangirling out right at that moment, like, not just in my head, like, what are they doing here? How did this happen? Like, it was really cool, beyond belief. Like, it felt like a dream when it was happening. So we did a little show for them. I showed them my black crown tattoo. If you guys didn't know, I have the black crown as a tattoo in the middle of my back. And then they were like, holy fuck, you're bleeding from your face, you're shoving meat hooks through your skull, you're fucking crazy. We like that. So afterwards, just hanging out and talking, they put me in the dunk tank. They dunked me full of water in the shit dunk tank, which was extremely fun. And then I took this photo with them, and still unbelievable to this day, but it was completely real, and they're honest, genuine people. Now, the first thing I have to say about this album, this is the most raw, real, genuine piece of music you will probably hear in a very long time. Why? Because a lot of music today is made in the studio to a metronome. It's not even recorded live. I don't even know what definition to put to it, because to me it seems so fake, just like auto-tuning your voice. It's not real. And that's what they wanted to focus on with this album, which I love. Because music and genres, whatever those are, the disgusting, dirty things, overseas music is just music. I mean, the Pixies play with Slipknot and and whoever else, you know, look at Download Festival, all the variety of artists that are there. And the people that call it trash, well, maybe they're just a little closed-minded. Just like all the people calling this album and Doris and stuff like that trash, Eddie covered so many ranges of different emotions, feelings, and sounds he wanted to produce. Not only him, but the band as a whole. I know Mark talking about it, he and Garza always are constantly like, trying to match their guitar sounds and just kind of not one-up each other, but just match that sound and go at it with their guitars, which is epic. And you can tell that's what they were doing on this album. The variety of melodic and metal and screaming, singing is just so diverse, it's unbelievable. And I never thought Suicide Silence would take this route because I thought the label or whoever they were working with wouldn't let them. But apparently this year they put their foot down and really, really, really wanted to just leave this with the fans to kind of scratch their heads and go, what the fuck you guys doing? Why? Because music is so confined to a limited spectrum in the way people judge it. I mean, just because this band's deathcore and this band's hardcore, they hate each other. When really it's just a little bit different sound over here and a little bit different sound over here. And guess what? They have their guitars tuned a little bit differently. The guitarist over here plays these kind of chords and these kind of chugs. And then the guitarist over here does these kind of vocals and these kind of related lyrics. It's all fucking bullshit that people just try to compare to make one seem better to another. It's literally competition in a way of proving what's better. Does that even exist? Well, only in your shitty human mind. That's the sad thing of it. People just compare too much to get that entitlement of what's better, and I think that's bullshit. We all have different skills, we all have different abilities, and we can all use them to different potentials. It just depends on your experience and what you decide to do with it consciously. Think about it. Stop comparing music. Just listen to it if you like it. If you don't, move the fuck on. I mean, if I was utterly disappointed in this, after listening to this band for well over 10 years, I would have not bought this. I would have not bought the pre-order. I would have not spent my time making this video. Because I normally don't make videos like this because I think it's bullshit. All the people on YouTube that sit and talk shit about other people, like, God, what's his name? I can't even think of it. That's how so unimportant it is to me right now. Onision! I hate that little fucker. Onision, I'm sorry, but I'm calling you out right now and I hate you. It's okay. It's okay. I'm allowed to. I'm a freak. And, you know, there's so many people out there on YouTube that's what they rely on. Cringe videos, don't laugh videos. Just getting a reaction out of people and comparing things and making somebody look better than another person and all this bullshit. Instead of just creating art. Sure, they're creating art and creating the video, but they're still having to put another person down to do it. I know I just put down Onision, but he's a douchebag, okay? He literally, he has millions of subscribers, and I don't think he supports anyone really. But this is just my surface understanding because I don't care enough to research into it, and I'm admitting to that because there's no reason not to. I've seen a couple of his videos. One, he was talking about how he did a transgender, and it seemed entirely satire, and like he was just trying to make a point that transgender people are extremely crazy. Leave it alone, dude! It doesn't matter in your existence, so leave it the fuck alone. You're just trying to make more money off of it. One of my favorite songs here. Run. The chorus to that is so catchy. It just, I don't know, it gets me pumped up. That and Dying in a Red Room with the music video they did and how the story of it is actually because of Eddie's alcoholism and him overcoming that. Just the social parable. Whatever that word is that I can't currently pronounce, you know what I'm talking about. It's just so enlightening to see an artist that's actually trying to reflect his inner emotion, inner feeling, and his actual experiences into his music. People don't do that as much unless it's for an incentive reason, it seems like. Or just like how everyone's pairing with another, you know, artist to release a single. Why? Why not just put yourself in there 100%? You gotta get this mix mash just to get the attention? Maybe that's me. Maybe that's my stupid opinion. Overall, the album has a lot of variety. It sounds, and I mean this in no way of any offense, it sounds like they went back to a kind of garage style, but it's because they recorded it live and as a band. They didn't record it separately and take takes and do all this. They just went, let's do this, go. And I was actually recently watching a video on Corey Taylor and an interview with him. His new album with Stone Sour is actually exactly like that. They wrote 19 songs, I think, in like 30 days. and recorded them and got them done. I don't think they wrote them. Let me take that back. I don't think they wrote them and recorded them in 30 days. But he did say they recorded 19 songs in 30 days. They just go into the album, or go into the studio. Oh God, I'm fumbling so much today. It's all those drugs. Fuck. Anyways, they would go into the studio, record, and just hammer it out, and then next day do the same thing. And then apparently he said they had like a couple weeks left, and they were like, well, what do we do now? So they just went back and reanalyzed it all and kind of remastered it. It was really surprising to hear Corey Taylor say that he was even focusing on, like, bands don't do this anymore. If you think music is recorded live, it's not. It's just horrible. It's really like an illusion somebody's created. It's kind of sad. But yeah, overall, amazing album. Oh, Don't Be Careful, You Might Hurt Yourself is also another great song, just because it's got the mix of soft and heavy, and it brings back a lot of the sounds Suicide Silence had in their early days, it sounds like. But instead of with Mitch, it's with Eddie. I guess I'll stop the rambling and shut my mouth, because I'm just jumping on the bandwagon to criticize somebody else. Onision, I hate you. And if anybody hates me, it's okay. You're allowed to, but you don't know me personally, so it doesn't really matter that much. Have fun wasting your time scrolling through comments, trying to think of something witty to say, when you could be painting a picture, learning something new, learning how to sing music maybe, instead of just sing bullshit out your ass and criticize others with the life that you're not endeavoring in. And then all the people sitting behind their computer screens are going, what are you talking about? I have a way better life than you. Guess what? It doesn't matter anyways. I'm just making this video because I can. And a lot of people are going to backlash, react. Whatever's going to happen. That's the fun of it. So, I will leave you with this, freaks. Try to always stay open-minded, especially about music. Music is a vibratory level we are able to tune into and get feeling from. So why not use it to your advantage instead of only sticking to one thing and just criticizing everything else? Because you don't even understand why the artist wrote it in the first place. Think about it. How would you feel? You spent time putting your emotional thought and feeling into music, into lyrics, and put it out there, and then people are like, oh, this is garbage. Oh, you're a faggot loser because you're using your emotion. And that's the sad thing. I know I've said that like 5 or 6 times. There's a lot of sad things about this world, okay? Just gotta deal with it. It's so surprising that people would rather just talk shit out of their ass instead of just put the work in. I found that out a long time ago, that if you just put the work in, do what you want to do, and focus 100% on that and not what the other guy's doing. So if you focus on what he's doing and what people are saying about him and all that, then guess what? You're not focusing on yourself. It's horrible. So, if you enjoy Suicide Silence, give their new album a chance, because it is epically brutal, guys. It is a whole new type of sound they've created for themselves, not for the fans, for themselves. Artists create for themselves, and fans support them because they enjoy it. Not artists create for the fans to fucking make money. And if they do, they're fucking sellouts. This album right here shows Suicide Silence would not sell out. And everyone's gonna comment the total opposite. But, hey, what do you do with ignorance? You just throw it in the trash. So guys, leave a like, comment what you think about the album, share this video, give me some love, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay freaky, and yeah, all that craziness.
Yo! Hey there, freaks. It's Auzzy. If you like this video and you want to see me create more, or you just want to help this channel grow and spread the insanity around the world, then click this Patreon link and donate anything. Anything helps. Seriously.